So to mention a benefit, I said I was going to mention to you guys last week. Before I actually read it, yeah, I need you guys to understand that this is not some fairy tale. This is not some horror movie. This is not some black magic. This is real stuff. This is real stuff, subhanAllah. Sheikh Albani authenticated this narration. So look, we need to understand, as Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, alhamdulillah, we affirm and we believe in the punishment and the blessings of the grave. That means every single person who has died from the beginning of time until the end of time, right now as we speak, everyone's grave is either two things. Either it's a pit from the pits of hellfire, or it's a rawdah min riyad al-Jannah. It's a garden from the gardens of Jannah. It's either one of those two things. So that means even if today you were to go and dig up a grave and be like, yo, Yahya, bro, this grave is looking calm, bro. It's looking normal. I don't see anything going on. I don't see no punishment. I don't see no blessings happening here. So this is where we say this is part of the unseen. This is the world of the barzakh, a whole different realm that we can't fathom and we can't understand, but we have to believe that this is reality. This was happening. So that even though it's part of the unseen, there are certain supernatural, unexplainable things that Allah shows the living in relation to the grave, so they can take heed, they can take benefit from, and they can warn and remind other people. Yeah, and these are instances that the Salaf they reported. Yeah, so Ibn Rajab mentioned these narrations in his book. Ibn Qayyim also mentioned it in his books. Yeah, these are things that is real. These are real stuff, subhanAllah. Yeah, even in our times, you know how many people called up Sheikh Abdul Aziz ibn Baz and said, Sheikh, subhanAllah, I'm hearing this at the grave, I'm seeing this at the grave, like what does this mean, what's going on? Yeah, and the Sheikh will respond and he will explain. So this is real stuff, subhanAllah, this is not a joke. Yeah. So anyways, I'll read the narration. This is a statement of a Sahabi, yeah, Awam ibn Hawshab. Yeah, and like I said, Shaykh Albani rahimahullah ta'ala authenticated this narration. Imam Asbahani also mentioned it with a good chain. So this Sahabi, he mentions that he was residing next to a grave one time. Yeah, or he got this place next to a grave one time. Yeah, فلما كان بعد العصر, and then after Asr, انشق فيها قبر, that this grave, it opened up. فخرج رجل رأسه رأس حمار, then a man came out of this grave. He had the head of a donkey. وجسده جسد إنسان. He had and then he had the body of a human. So imagine that, a man's coming out, this grave just opened up all of a sudden after Asr. The man comes out, he's got the head of a donkey, a body of a human. Yeah, فنهق ثلاث نهقات, and then it brayed 3 times. So he said عيو like a donkey does. It said this 3 times. ثم انطبق عليه القبر, and then the grave, it closed back on itself. It shut again. Yeah, you know, when I was reading this for the first time as well, I was thinking, how is this guy not shocked? How is he not surprised by this? So that in itself, it just shows you that this was so normal, that these supernatural things happened and they witnessed it, subhanAllah, that he wasn't even shocked by it. So anyways, he goes, فَإِذَا عَجُوزٌ تَغْزِلُ شَعْرًا وَصُوفًا. Then all of a sudden, this is like some horror movie now. Yeah? He looks in the distance and he sees this elderly, creepy looking woman in the distance, and she's spinning hair and wool. Yeah. And now, فقالت امرأة, now another woman approaches him. She says to him, ترى تلك العجوز. She says to him, do you see that elderly woman over there, subhanAllah, yeah, the one that's spinning and the hair and the wool? He says to her, yeah, ما لها, like, what's she on, like, who's she? She then says, تلك أم هذا. She goes, that is the mother of that man that you just saw, the guy that just came up from the grave. He then said, وما كان قصته. He said, yeah, what's your story? What's his story, like, what's going on with this guy? She then explained to him, كان يشرب الخمر, that man, he used to drink alcohol when he was alive. فإذا راح تقول له أمه, that every time he departed and left the house, yeah, his mum used to say to him, يا بني, oh my beloved son, اتق الله, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إلى متى تشرب الخمر, that every time you drink alcohol, please fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He then said to her, إنما أنت تنهقين كما ينهق الحمار. He said to her, you bray like that, your brain like the brain of a donkey. That's like today. You know how people say to that? That's like someone saying to his mom today, hey, yo, shut up, man. Shut up, your voice is mad, you're moving mad, you're talking too much. Yeah, your voice is sounding like a donkey right now, man. Get out of my face. That's someone saying that to his mom today. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said to his mom. فمات بعد العصر. After Asr, that day he died. Yeah. قالت فهو ينشق عنه قبر بعد عصر كل يوم. Then the woman said to that man, yeah, that Sahabi, that every single day after Asr, since that day, his grave opens up. Yeah, he comes out. فَيَنْحَقُ ثَلَاثَ نَحَقَاتٍ. He comes out and he brays he brays 3 brains of a donkey. ثُمَّ يَنْطَبِقُ عَلَيْهِ الْقَبْرِ. And then the grave closes back on itself. That this happens every single day after Asr, subhanAllah. And imagine the mum, she can witness this and she can see this. So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's way of telling the mum, yo, we got you. Do you think, subhanAllah, the greatest haqq and the greatest obligation after at-tawheed, after worshipping me alone, that this guy is going to come and he's going to try to speak to you like that and he's going to try to violate you like that, and we're not going to seize him and we're not going to grab him and we're not going to do anything to this guy? This is Allah said, we got him. And this is a humiliation and a punishment for him. You know, if you deep it as well, if this is his condition right now, this guy, in the dunya where we can witness what's happened to him, what's actually happened to him in the world of the barzakh, in the world of in the grave, what's actually going on to him? What's his actual punishment in the grave? And what's going to happen to him on the day of judgment? Allahu a'lam. Wallahi, only Allah knows. Wallahi, only Allah knows, subhanAllah. So this is Allah telling the mum, yo, we got you. We will never allow a child to come and violate you like this in the dunya, subhanAllah, and get away with it. And we're not going to do anything to this guy. Subhanallah, man. Subhanallah. Anyways, the shahid from all this, before I get all passionate and serious, yeah. The shahid from all of this, subhanAllah, brothers and sisters, understand the haqq of the parents. Understand the greatest haqq after tawheed, after worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is the rights of the parents, subhanAllah. And the obligation of birrul walidain, having ihsan and having good and righteousness towards the parents. And also this term of birrul walidain, yeah. Birrul walidain don't mean, subhanAllah, you just give salam and you smile. There's so much more to it. You know how encompassing this word is. Anyways, in the next couple of weeks, I'll share actual statements of the scholars regarding what actually falls, what is considered birrul walidain, that we don't even deep and we don't realize, subhanAllah, yeah, and we take it lightly. So anyways, I'll share that inshallah. But anyways, that's what we take from this narration, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best.